Hey everyone, this is Keyblader007 and this is a post-reward high score challenge video. I'm going to be guilting the new Aladdin Genie Medal as well as the Aladdin Abu Medal as well as Key Art 6 and Key Art 7. This is my build that carried me all the way to the top. I have Key Art 7 twice, no guilt. Key Art 6. The main thing, this had attack price plus, this had defense boost 2. Shout out to Kaio, he had a defense boost 3 boosted ungilted one that helped me in the shared. I have my illustrated Roxas, and this is the only gilted medal that I used for the score. I went down the magic path. My score, I'll show you a screenshot right now, was 9,540,893, and that brought me up to, here's my rank, 126th place, where I got every single top tier reward. The 4-dotted Aladdin Genie, 2 3-dotted Aladdin Abus, 3 mirrors, 3 magic gems, which I love, and 3 Chippendales. So let's start out with Aladdin Abu. I already leveled up and evolved the other Aladdin Abus so we can gilt and get some good traits. What it does is, it's a special attack, single target. It's upright green as you see. Its attack is air, flare, fire. The multiplier we'll talk about after it's gilted. It's 4 gauges, which is kind of steep, but what it does is it deals 13 extremely powerful hits and raises power and speed-based strength by 2 tiers for 1 turn. So this is really good on the Olympia, or if you never got any kind of boost medals, this is just good on any speed or power build. This is what it does when it's a 6-star. All that change is the air, flare, fire to +5, and we got a little more strength and defense. So we'll start with gilting this medal. We're still in a guilt campaign, so this is a perfect timing to gilt. And hopefully we get double. Alright, we literally got the bottom of the barrel in the gilt for a tier 3. Let's see what trait we get. Ground enemy defense is actually really solid if I can't get extra attack. So let's do a reroll. Let's get that gilt up past 70. Okay, we went up by 10. Strength is not as good as I used to think, so I'm going to stick with ground enemy defense. Again, we're going to try a reroll. Be funny if it goes up to 90 now. Okay, 98. That's almost perfect. That's a shitty trait for this one. And our last chance on a better trait, but I am pretty satisfied with that trait if we're stuck with it. Didn't think I was going to get higher gilt than that. That's pretty much almost perfect. Alright, so ground enemy defense. Stay tuned, I'm going to do a tips and tricks video concerning defense traits like this. So now you see it at max strength. And its multiplier goes up to 3.60. So we didn't get double cast on it, aka extra attack, but at least it'll do way more damage now it has that defense. Since it's a 4 gauge, I recommend putting like an SP1 or an AB3 Max SP2 on it. Now let's go to the next star of the show. This is Aladdin Genie, the top prize. It has a pretty big multiplier. I think it's going to go almost up to 4. Deals 13 extremely powerful hits, raises power and magic base strength by 2 tiers for 2 turns, and this one's only a 2 gauge medal. So this is amazing on the MOG, or the Mughal O Glory for people who don't know the abbreviation, or just any magic and power build. This medal is also really good for things like Union Cross, which is the multiplayer, or raid bosses, because you're going to be doing that for more than 1 turn, so you can definitely stack 2 tiers or 2 turns, multiple turns going on. Let's gilt his ass and get some traits. Now this one we definitely want the defense down, and we also want to get the double cast on. See, that's bad. I don't want to get that trait. Okay, so the multiplier went up to 3.90. Let's see if it goes up to 4. This is the guilting one now, so fingers crossed. It's a tier 4. So max guilt is 130. Ooh. Then bottom of the barrel guilts. It's pretty shitty. Oh. Horrible. Horrible traits. Absolutely horrible. Well, that was disappointing. This isn't going to be as useful as I wanted it to be. But nothing we could do about that. Let's move on to guilting key arts. I will start with guilting key art 6. Key art 6 is a very, very good medal. It's an AoE version of HD Beast for the most part. Its damage multiplier is, well, right now it's 2 data, so we'll talk about that at the end, but it's a pretty good damage multiplier. It deals 5 hits, raises power base strength by 3 tiers for 1 turn, inflicts more damage the more gauges are full. So the more your gauges are full, the better this is, but it is a 4 gauge medal. That's the thing about this high score challenge. Every single top medal that had good percentage aside from nominee was 4 gauges, so that made it really hard to strategize. And I don't have nominee, so yeah. So I'm keeping this one as my base since it has the SIDS. Luckily I have 2, so I can get 2 traits on it. So let's do one at a time. So extra attack would be really good, but so would, not that. But so would defense down. I would probably go for defense down 60% air and ground on this, ideally. This is the guilting one, by the way, so let's hope for a good tier 5 guilt. Oh my, what is with these horrible guilts today? That is not even good. That's like 50 away from perfect. But hey, I got aerial defense, so that's something. Youch. Alright, so let's look at the multiplier. It is now 2.67 to 3.50. That's pretty high. It's not as high as HD Beast, but it is an AoE, so that does make difference in certain times. Alright, and finally, let's go on to be guilting Key Art 7. Let me show you Key Art 6's nice little picture. So that's pretty cool. And I will be guilting Key Art 7. Key Art 7 is basically Dark Riku and Illustrated KH2 Sora in blue. It's an AoE, 4 gauge, deals 7 hits, lowers defense of all targets by 1 tier for 2 turns, inflicts more damage the lower the slot number, which means the higher up on the key, because lower means like 1 instead of 5. Don't worry about the skill, that was just there for high score challenge to survive. Unfortunately, I only have 1 other, so I can only get 1 trait at the moment. I'm gonna let attack prize plus take over defense boost too, though, for now. Alright, let's pray for a better guilt than the other one, guys. Okay, I can live with that. That's pretty damn good. Now, negative defense 60% would be a great trait to have. Ground. Okay, air works too. Ooh, I got a great on the XP. Nice. So let's check the multiplier. Now it's 2.60 to 3.93. And I think it still deals 7 hits. I don't think that's changed. And let's take a look at that beautiful art. It's the opposite of Key Art 6, because those 2 pictures fuse one giant collage type of dealio. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It was not exactly a hard high score challenge compared to the Mickey and Minnie one, which was ridiculously hard. And I got all the stuff. I got decent traits on the key arts. I didn't get a great trait on the Aladdin and Genie, unfortunately, and there's no way to get a better trait because they want to just keep all the medals in one friggin' dotted mess now, which is horrible for trait systems. But at least I got it, I guilted it. It's not going to be nearly as good as it could have been. Whatever, can't do nothing about it now. And I get a pretty bad guilt on Key Art 6 as well. Oh well. Alright guys, that's it. Because I got Key Art 6 and 7 separately, and because I also guilted them both separately, I got that condition to get the organization medals and the free skill all 3 times, but you only get 1 set of everything, so That sucks, but I reached every one of the conditions. So checkbox, checkbox, checkbox. So peace out. Stay tuned for my new tips and tricks video and multiplayer videos coming soon.